What's the good word, y'all? It's your boy DKB here. I wanted to dive into another training camp battle that I'm really looking forward to, which is our RB2 spot. A lot of people I've chatted with kind of feels like they have Braelon penciled in as that number 2 option, but realistically I think it's a closer competition, a more open competition than many people may be willing to admit, and they may be shocked by it when they take a look at the reps and how they're chopped up over the course of training camp. And we know the team is going to feed the hot hand, so to speak, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Isaiah Davis potentially out rep Braelon in some of these games, as well as to try to figure out who has the more defined role. And I think that specific conversation about roles is where Isaiah Davis edges out a guy like Braelon. Now, being completely objective about this, I've already pointed out that I have a higher affinity for Isaiah Davis than Braelon just out of the gate. Now, when you take a look at the running back room, Breece Hall being in his own atmosphere, and kudos to him. I've seen executives rank him as the number 2 back in the league, and taking out the other outlier in Izzy Abanikanda, who essentially is on the outs, and hopefully we just revert him back to the practice squad and see if we can season him up a little bit more and get something out of him in year 3, which leaves a 3-headed battle, right, if you will. Braelon, Tariq Cohen, Isaiah Davis, and realistically, if Tariq Cohen makes this roster, it's going to be for his return ability more so than anything he's going to take a major role in the rushing game, which realistically means this is between Braelon and Isaiah Davis. And Braelon, he brings the accolades, right? He brings obviously the physical look. He's the guy that you want walking off the bus. Agent Zero should be a phenom from day one in terms of being a strong RB2 option, right? Take a look at him coming from a stronger division in Wisconsin. Before even hitting 18, 19 years old, you're talking about a man that has had at least 20 100-yard games in a tough division with Wisconsin. You talk about the weather that they generally have to play in during the season. There's a lot to love. With Isaiah Davis, though, I feel like he's bringing a element that is essentially being copycatted from what Malachi Corley is bringing in the receiving room, right? I look at us drafting 2 running backs not as you wanted 2 guys that can essentially fill the same type of role or that missing demeanor that we're looking for. When I look at it holistically, it tells me that you brought in Corley, you brought in Braelon, you brought in Isaiah Davis, all guys that are known for physicality, kind of this mean streak, a defensive mentality, if you will, to the offensive position. But dialing in on the running back spot, the knock on Braelon is that he doesn't always play to his size, right? That's not the same issue with Isaiah Davis. Isaiah Davis is the battering ram that you're going into war with. You know for a fact you are getting through the door. It's just a matter of how many attempts it's going to take. And I think that's something they really want to embrace at Isaiah Davis, and something that sets him apart. He already is leapfrogging Braelon, Izzy Abanikanda when it comes to running back vision, right? Ideally, his immediate role in this offense is the goal line back, and if OTAs was any indicator what he may already also be excelling in that wasn't able to be shown a lot in North Dakota State, was his receiving ability. So not only do you have a guy that can get you should be able to get you those conversions in 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, 4th and 2nd, whatever it's going to be, and goal line packages, you also have a guy who should, theoretically speaking, bring you plus blocking ability based on some of what we heard from OTAs, and then a hidden ability in the receiving department as well. And all of that leads up to me thinking he could secretly steal away this RB2 spot from Braelon. Now, it could still kind of be it might just be so on paper, right? I can still see a world where Braelon and Isaiah Davis essentially end up having, a 50-50 split of whatever the total RB2 touches look like. But don't be surprised if you officially see him win this heading into year 1 before Braelon kind of adjusts to the speed of the game, right? He has the higher ceiling. Obviously, his body type allows him to do a little bit more, and if he can tap into not only the scat back ability he tries to display, but also embraces that Isaiah Davis mentality and can churn out some of these tough yardages, is going to be a huge boost, not only for us, but for his prospects in the future, especially considering I brought this up in year one based on some comments Breece Hall made, but he could be a long shot to be retained on this New York Jets team when it's time to actually give him a new contract. And they may be looking at this young duo to essentially make up the production of Breece Hall itself. But ultimately, I say that to say Isaiah Davis could be a guy that I guess surprisingly jumps into that RB2 spot, and he could hold it down at least for the entirety of year one. Either way, I'm rooting for both of these guys. I think it's a win-win no matter what. But when you look at Isaiah Davis, he just brings some things to the table right out of the gate that you're hoping you can, develop with Braelon Allen. And either way, they're both a nice change-up pace of back heading into year one. So let me know what you guys ultimately think about the battle, though. Where are you leaning? Braelon Allen, Isaiah Davis? And I'll catch you guys again. Peace.